This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com. Just finished a delicious dinner and I'm about to go to the gym because the lockdown in Ontario ended today. Gyms are back open after a month, but let me get in to the wrestling news. Of course, January is breakup month in wrestling, and Ric Flair has announced the end of his relationship with his longtime partner, Wendy Barlow. This is his fifth wife, so as Lanny Poffo would say, he's a five-time loser. There is some people saying that they weren't actually married. If you do the math and Ric Flair claims he had sex with 10,000 women, I wonder how many, like this one was probably the one he was most faithful to, but I wonder if like he was ever even faithful to his first couple of wives for a week straight, because 10,000 women is a lot of women. And apparently one of them was even Halle Berry. Anyways, I will also point out that she was a bitch. The one time I met Ric Flair a couple of times, actually more than a couple of times. I even did a training camp with him once. And I am a huge Ric Flair fan, as all of you know. But he didn't have any lineup at the Rhode Island Comic Con a few years ago, where lots of wrestlers did interviews with me and celebrities. It was just him and his wife sitting there. And I asked if he would do an interview with me. He seemed like almost open for it. Then he looked at his wife, and his wife was like shaking her head. So I don't like her for that. I never got my Ric Flair interview. His daughter, Charlotte, did get back with Andrade, though. They were broken up and they got back together. SmackDown did a 0.56 rating for the Royal Rumble go-home show. And by the way, apparently there's rumblings that it might be Charlotte against Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania now. Kurt Angle says that WWE has contacted him about returning to television for the next month or so. So he says he's excited about it. And who knows, that could lead into WrestleMania. Leo Rush, who always seems to be complaining about stuff when he's in the news, but I believe him on this, that he says the fans for PWG were using racial slurs and hate speech at him during a show over the weekend. Now, I believe PWG, wasn't that the same promotion where Kevin Owens was dropping N-bombs a few years ago with Excalibur? Maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm not wrong, it would not surprise me that fans would go to those type of shows and use that type of wording. Christopher says, "What's up, Hannibal? I'm doing wonderful. You want to see me in the WWE in 2022? I want to be a movie star. That's my goal for 2022. I want that Blood Hunter movie that there's already been a synopsis made for to happen. And I will be wrestling too, of course, April the 23rd in Ottawa against Mil Mortes, September 3rd in Petawawa, and there's going to be more Great North Wrestling events to be announced." Anthony says, "Flair is a god. How often do I go to the shopping mall?" I was at a shopping mall. I go quite often, actually. I was at one on Friday. I was just at a mall getting something. I'll show you. Where is it? Where is it at? You see, here in Canada, there's weed shops. And you can buy these delicious THC drinks that are wonderful. And I bought also this cannabis drops for sleeping. So I'll let you know how they are for sleeping and how much should this come to. 62.65 Canadian. But these are friggin' delicious, okay? These are amazing. Blood Hunter against Ric Flair. Well, I would love to see that. That would actually Even at his age, that would be the match I would most want to see to happen. Rolando, my good police officer friend from Puerto Rico, wants me to come back to the island. By the way, Rolando actually came up with the Blood Hunters' Spanish name, and we just translated it to English. So he's always been good to me. Nice to see you on here. Rumar says, yes, it was PWG where Excalibur and Kevin Owens were using the N-word. They both, while Excalibur was suspended from AEW for a while when that footage came out, and nothing happened to Owens. Graham, first time viewing a live stream from the UK. Well, hello to you from the UK, which is my grandmother's home country. She's from Leicester, so I was supposed to go to the UK next month, but the promoter there was a pussy. And also, I don't even think he was ever serious about booking me because he had said like 4 or 5 times he was going to get my flight this weekend, and then he didn't. So as far as I'm concerned, that promoter that was going to use me is a crap promoter. And actually, a bunch of people warned me about him. So it's probably a good thing I didn't end up going to the UK. But I will go to the UK eventually, because I want to make a series of videos staying in haunted hotels. Any news on Buff? He's a loser. But at least he's not in the news. So that's a good sign that maybe he's kept himself straight for a little bit. Hey to Paul. Yeah, another Ivelisse interview would be good. I would like for her to actually wrestle for Great North Wrestling. I need to talk to her, actually. So thanks for the reminder. I'm the one that brought Ivelisse to SWE Fury, by the way, where she's still the SWE Fury champion. Mike says maybe Wendy won't be being fair to Flair. Am I watching the Leaf games tonight, Graham? No, but I am going to the Montreal versus Toronto game in Montreal, February 21st, with a friend that I won't mention. And yeah, I'm hoping Toronto gets their ass kicked. It's my least favorite city in Canada. Nelson, I haven't wrestled the Hardys, but I did drink with Matt Hardy back in October. So have a great night. I'm going to go do a little bit more work and then train. Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video. Then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos.